2020. You were going so well. I felt ready for everything that was about to happen. Started off good when training for FDPA paid off. Not only was it fun, but we ended up getting superiors. I went to my first concert. And then I was buying tickets for a concert that I've been waiting for 5 years.
Yes, and wired to getting the tickets.
I competed in a category that was out of my comfort zone with some of the most sweetest people I have met. Me and Valeria ended up changing our routine like 5 times before we actually got it right. We lost so many times because we competed with something never done before. But in the end, it worked out.
I may touch her. Love is not a mistake and it's killing me but she was the first beautiful thing I ever got stuck on.
We were going to nationals. We never made it to nationals.
At least 6 people have died in an outbreak of the new coronavirus, which has now reached the United States.
I remember me and my friends working so hard for our pieces to compete in regionals for thespians. We got straight superiors and we're sure going to get best in show for regionals. I got into the musical with a part and rehearsed almost every weekend. With the best people. But take a wild guess what happened next.
Coronavirus emergency.
2 more public schools joined the more than 1,500 K-12 schools across the country that have shut down.
School is also shut all over the country. There's at least 32.5 million students are affected.
So yeah, I did school online. Being honest, it was really difficult starting out. The systems were malfunctioning, and me and so many other students were forced to do something that we were not used to doing at all. I had rehearsals online. I no longer danced at the studio. Or on stage. I continued my studies at home, doing class and projects within my own space.
10 days after the deadliest high school shooting in American history, students across the country marched for stricter gun laws.
Even if that space got smaller and smaller. Doing school in bed at home sounds nice, but I admit it was hard. For me, at least. It was something I wasn't used to.
I stopped the world.
Hanging out with friends was on hold. Projects in the making was on hold.
I can't go out and find someone new because I always think of her. Usually, when I obsess over things,
Then came summer, and I tried to make the most out of my time at home.
The product I'm making, this is the hair in the making, touching up.
I made more YouTube videos, even though I was trying to figure things out. And then before I knew it, a revolution began. The truth came out. This was the fight for equality and justice. We were all fighting the pandemic and racial injustice.
Prosecute the police! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Let's go!
That's not coexisting. It's the illusion of inclusion.
If we come together and we stick together, we can do anything.
This isn't a fight between races. This is a fight to change the fucking system.
Make history with us, please.
I, along with other people, did the best we can to help out from home and keep up to date.
My son will not be the next hashtag.
No peace! No justice! No peace!
It encouraged protests across the world. It made me realize that when they don't want to hear your voice, you force them to hear it. Then, out of nowhere, my mom had a clogged artery and was admitted into surgery. I couldn't see her. No one could actually. She had to do her first surgery alone, and I just had to stay at home and pray everything was going to be alright. And it was. Recently, my mother just got discharged from the hospital. And through all of that, I needed to do senior things. It was my senior year after all. I stay social distance to protect my parents. Even that enough was pretty hard. So you can say 2020 kind of divided me from my family. And my friends. Well, sorta.
I can bring another car with me. If I need to tow something, I can tow another car. That's all I need. I don't need that.
Thank you, technology. On a brighter side, I got my braces off. I sort of developed an addiction to TikTok. I didn't eat out much. Yes, that's a good thing. Then I started my first day as a senior, online. Oh my god. That's how the seats are. As a senior now applying for colleges and scholarships all by myself, I tried to do the best with what I had. It was frustrating. School, not being around friends, not having school errands to run, not having projects to work on. There was projects never shown. The duet we never performed. Which is kind of funny because we literally changed our routine, choreography, and the concept so many times. But this year there was no more car rides, no senior outings. We never got a prom or a homecoming, which is now understandable since it just kept getting worse.
8,000 people died from the disease
there
last week.
There are 30 states across the country this morning seeing spikes in COVID-19 hospitalizations.
Surging coronavirus numbers have left him no choice.
See a, quote, insidious increase in cases.
To more than 88,000.
People are acting like there's nothing going on, and it's absolutely maddening.
Brand new coronavirus.
He just cried. He said he was scared and that he was going to die and that he was going to die by himself.
It's not a joke.
Let's just say quarantine caused a lot of arguments. Here's me frustrated while my dog comes and comforts me. What was said, and we were all frustrated. But obviously, I am more lucky than others this year.
Colorado, where wildfires grow out of control, one of them burning nearly 200,000 acres.
Forcing the evacuations of thousands.
Right, more than 2.25 million acres burning.
I'm 55 years old and I've never been homeless. It's going to be rough.
Flames are not far.
Then came my 18th birthday. This was actually the birthday where I actually wanted a big party. But a party isn't ideal in a time like this, but the beach was just as nice. And I was still excited because I was legal to vote now, and in reality, that kind of mattered more than a birthday party to me.
Go left. Will you shut up, man? Listen, who is on your...
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown.
Sir? With $1 billion, if you get rid of...
That was the worst debate I have ever seen. In fact, it wasn't even a debate.
I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Donald Trump
Tested positive for the coronavirus.
I'm speaking.
Be important if you said the truth.
Okay.
The work doesn't stop there. I continued to work with the organization I was running, even though behind the scenes, it was difficult to get things done. Today, you're SGA president. We know that these past few months have been stressful and complicated. However, we want you to know that we stand by you and will continue to help you change our community in your unique way as an artist. I voted for the first time, of course. I also spoke in front of the school board with a speech discussing an issue that was happening at my school and schools around the county.
School life, I've been taught that people have to be accountable for their own actions. Right now, I haven't seen any accountability being taken. This is already a scary world that we live in. Let's not make our school one of those scary things.
I made a campaign video for a small business.
Just got my GBH package and I'm so excited. Look at it.
I then joined a business that empowers me to become the best version of myself. And from this, I try to encourage others to do the same through my social medias and videos. And then, well, you'll see.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
He had the audacity to break one of the most substantial barriers that exists in our country and select a woman as his vice president. But while I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last.
The people of this nation have spoken. I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify.
You freaking better. Anyways, Thanksgiving was actually really nice. I enjoyed it. And the food, of course. I made it a commitment to stop doubting myself, to think positive of myself, of others, and consistently think of all the blessings that life has given me, even when the world wants to punch me in the face, if that makes sense. Christmas came, and of course, I'm not so used to not having my entire family with me, but this small party of ours was perfect.
We spent literally 15 minutes putting on a wig, and my mom doesn't like it. It was fun. It was an experience.
Now, I hope you enjoyed this short video of me giving my dog a present.
Get a blanket. You got a new blanket. Here you go, buddy. And then he's gonna run away with it and play with it.
I didn't need to go out when I could spend time with my family with whatever time they had left. Which is interesting to say because when I thought that this year was going to end somewhat smoothly, a nightmare happened. And my dog was almost put down. Brace yourself because this next clip is not so pretty. It's a really long story that I kind of don't know how to tell, but I thank God for being with us that day because it could have been a lot worse. What I can say now is Ace no longer lives with me anymore. He's not completely gone, he's just with my brother, who is technically his owner, but he'll be in less videos from now on. We finally made it to the end of the year, thank God. A lot happened and impacted not only me this year, but so many other people, even our planet.
The state of the planet is broken. Dear friends, humanity is waging war on nature.
Oh Lord.
2020 has not been a kind year.
But I think that we all learned a lot this year. A little too much all in one year. But I'm glad we made it through. I'm glad you watching this made it through. Coming out of 2020, I learned not to dwell so much of what could have happened, but what will happen now. Well, this video is kind of me dwelling, but just let me dwell a little bit just so then I can move on. But that's besides the point. I learned that I have to be flexible when things are out of my control. Even though it wasn't easy, I know that nothing in this world is permanent. Nothing.
Dad.
Life can change literally like a switch. But I made it, and I'm glad that the people around me have too. To those who didn't make it out of 2020, you'll forever be missed. All I want to say now is that I'm alive, I will do better, I'll move forward, and I will continuously create the best version of myself. And that I'm glad this year is finally over. I think now I can say that I'm ready for the world. Maybe not, but we'll see. And I hope you watching this will stay with me another year. So, to 2021, you better be good.